Do you think if you've been in contact with a pig that you will get the swine flu? Probably not. It can pass from human to human, but the CDC, which is a reliable government organization, says those in contact with pigs regularly may actually be immune to the swine flu. Do you still think you need to get the vaccination? Some critics believe that there is absolutely no scientific evidence that the vaccination offers a real-world protection against the H1N1 virus. I disagree. Reasons to get the vaccination, as stated by the CDC, Center for Disease and Control. Swine flu is a health emergency. Those that are not vaccinated may die. The swine flu has potential to become a pandemic. A pandemic is a pandemic of infection diseases spread worldwide, such as smallpox or tuberculosis. The WHO, which is the World Health Organization, would decide if this swine flu is actually a pandemic or not. So if you're not having luck finding the vaccine, you're not alone, says the USA Today. 2/3 of parents looking for a vaccine have not found it. The swine flu is a strain of viruses that share genes with flu viruses that affect pigs. The novel strain H1N1 was passed from pigs to human beings. In October of 2009, President Obama declared the H1N1 swine flu as a national emergency in the U.S. The scientific name for the swine flu is novel H1N1 influenza. Novel means new strain. H is hemagglutinin. The N is neuraminidase. I stands for the antibody type. Influenza A is a family of viruses and refers to the fact that the virus was first identified in an animal, usually as a pig or a bird. When put together, they describe the swine flu virus. Why is the swine flu different? There are thousands of different kinds of viruses. The seasonal flu is comprised of several different strains, each one different from before. Swine flu is a new and different strain of the virus. Some symptoms to watch for when you think you may have the swine flu are fever, cough, sore throat, runny or stuffy nose, body aches, headaches, chills, fatigue, and sometimes you may experience vomiting or diarrhea. People at risk for developing the flu-related complications include children younger than 5 years old, but especially younger than 2 years old, adults 65 years of age or older, and pregnant women. So if you have children or you're pregnant, you may want to consider the swine flu vaccination. It may not be available to everybody, but you can certainly contact your doctor, and they are setting up swine flu vaccination clinics all over. Some of them are actually free, and some of them only charge the administration, just charge for the administration. Added high risks include people with asthma, neurological disorders, lung disease, liver disease, endocrine disorders, kidney disorders, and people with a weak immune system. And these are just to name a few. So anyone who may have the HIV virus, may have any kind of immune disorder, any kind of weakness, elderly, people in homes are supposed to get the swine flu virus or vaccination, because you have more of a chance, you're sicker when you're in the home and you're around so many other people that can get sick. Also, schools are really encouraging the vaccination. You have tons of kids, and you know when your kids are in school, they are around all kinds of other kids that seem to be getting sick. You get sick one day, you're better, the next day they come home and 10 other kids are sick. So the virus just keeps circulating through schools, just any kind of cold virus or just regular cold. So the vaccination for the swine flu is definitely a plus. If you get sick with the flu, you should stay home for 24 hours after your fever has subsided. So this means your fever should be gone for 24 hours, even after not taking any Tylenol or Advil or fever-reducing medication. Your fever needs to be gone on its own after you quit taking medication, so you don't get other people sick. There are many helpful tips on the CDC website, which is www.cdc.gov. And you may have to do a search for the swine flu virus, but you can Google swine flu and find all kinds of helpful links that will link you to descriptions of the swine flu and why to get the vaccination or why not to get the vaccination. But the CDC is actually a very reliable source because it's government operated. People who do not get the vaccine take the risk of becoming sick. You have the choice to get the vaccine or not. One thing to think about is if you get sick, how many people in your life will you affect? If you get sick and you go to work, are you going to get all your coworkers sick also? Even if you don't care about yourself, you think, oh, I don't need that, I don't want to make myself sicker. But if you do come in contact with the swine flu and then you decide to go to work anyway, you can get your coworkers, your friends, relatives, everybody else sick who may be at high risk even if you are not. Do you have children in your house that are at risk? Would you want to get your children sick, or do you have children that you think they should be vaccinated? Are you pregnant? This is your choice. This is your choice to make, whether to get the vaccination or not. But it is up to you. You want to take the chance of harming yourself and ultimately harming others around you and other people that you love. Talk to your doctor, ask him or her what he may think, get a feel for all of your options, and you get to make the call. It's your choice to get that vaccination, but I highly recommend it. You can get, if you're afraid of needles, you can get an actual flu mist where you just snip it up your nose. You don't even have to get the needles. So it's up to you to get this vaccination, and I highly suggest you do.